Episode 16 with Ameerah Sanders, Dopamine Dealer. I had to start off with that name because I love the name. That's just an amazing name. It's one of those things, you know, when you see a comedian or somebody come up with a joke or something, you're like, I wish I thought of that.
Yeah.
I wish I thought of that, but I don't think I could pull it off. Like if I had Brandon, a Dopamine Dealer, I sound like a son of a pharmaceutical executive, thinks comedy is shaming poor people on Twitter.
I wanted to do like dope dealer, but I was like, like I like that it's like dope is in it, so it's like kind of like, ooh, is it drugs or is it?
Well, it has a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
Ameerah Sanders, Dopamine Dealer. I don't know. I just wish I had that.
Thanks. I enjoyed doing it.
And like another thing I like about your comedy is you're not afraid to say anything, even if it pisses people off.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
I mean, I don't, my purpose isn't to piss people off. I just know that usually what I have to say isn't what people want to hear.
And
exactly.
And that's really the job of the comedian, is just to let people know like the absurdity of things, whether it's serious or stupid.
Yes.
You know? So we are going to start off today with a hippogriff. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Oh, yes.
You
Read
love
all
Harry
the
Potter?
books, saw
Right.
all of them. Like, I remember seeing the last Harry Potter film, saw it with my dad and my brothers and sisters. And as soon as the credits rolled for, like, the last time, I started weeping.
Did you feel empty afterwards?
I was just like, I felt like a chapter of my childhood was over, you know?
That's weird. I feel like that when I grew up, watching sports. So when you grow up watching sports, you see athletes in the middle of their career and then end. But when you start watching them begin and then end, like, oh shit, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
You know, and I actually felt empty after watching the whole series. I never really got into it, but Jennifer was into it. She started watching them, so I just kind of, and they're really good. I will say though, I like the first 3 or 4 movies. It's a lot lighter, and I love like the Christmas vibe to it, because it gets really dark.
Yeah, no, it's like I love. I'm a nerd, so I'm going to talk about this.
No, that's fine.
Like, so the series grew with the demographic to which it was targeted. So like I was there from like the beginning. Like I was like around
like a little Harry
the
Potter.
same age as like they were when like it first came out. And so like those first couple are like, it's magic, you know.
Yeah.
It's like childhood, and we're just like all of that, and then then you get into like you're becoming an adolescent, you're older, and you're starting to realize, oh, the world is not this magical place that we thought it was. There's so much, like there's magic there, but there's also way more than we could ever expect. That we're like climate change, it's like those kids had to deal with the residual effects of the previous war from the previous generation of wizards. I'm sorry.
No, actually, I never thought of it that way. That is true. It kind of shows you going from childhood innocence to seeing how the world is.
Yeah.
And that makes more sense. I just thought, like, oh, they're kids, so we'll make it Christmas. Because I think the first 3 came out around Christmas.
Yeah.
So I figured that, because I never read the books. I think I only read like 2 books in my life.
Read all the books.
And then it just got dark because I guess you got to fight the bad guy, and you can't really do it in a cheery way, especially when he starts killing people and stuff. And so it gets real.
I mean,
real
there are
fast.
like a lot of direct parallels to the Klan, so I don't know if you could like cheerfully fight the Klan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. It depends on what stake you had in that fight.
Hippogriffs showed up in The Prisoner of Azkaban for the first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we are going to do the hippogriff today, and this is getting difficult. This is rated 4 lightning bolts out of 5.
Ooh.
Have you done origami before?
No.
Perfect. So it says we need to start with a bird base. So what we're going to go back to the bird bases, because to create a bird base, you need to create a square base.
Great.
Which I'm a lot better at creating square bases. So I got you some scissors there. First we want to start. I got to do a little more cutting because you got the original paper.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think like you know, going back to that dopamine dealer thing, we're in this, like, and it's probably newer for comedy, but just in general with the generation, everything is a brand.
Yeah.
Everything is. I work at I work with beauty products and stuff, and you can tell it's all about the bottle. It's all about what's on the bottle. It's what it's called, it's the design, and stuff, and it's hard because how, you know, especially like you said, you do stuff that people don't really want to hear, and so how do you? Like,
well, I think I do stuff that people want to hear, just not the people that I tend to do shows for. I'm in Missouri, so a lot of the people that I do shows for are white. Yeah. But I've had people of color come up to me after shows and be like, I loved all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's not, I didn't come to Missouri just to be like, yeah, I'm going to tell some jokes so white people get mad. It's like, no, I'm just kind of talking about my experience and I'm not watering it down. And so the people that appreciate it, they appreciate it. People that don't, they don't.
And eventually, you'll be able to get to the level where you can make those people laugh, even though it's Adam, and that's how you know you really, because they do pay a lot for tickets.
Yeah.
So it's a big base to have. So on our square base, we start with the
color side down.
Yeah, the color side down, and then we fold the paper in half like a hot dog. So these, like, I had Greta on here earlier because she texted me like, I folded thousands of cranes. And so I'm like, yeah, I definitely want you on. And she taught me how to do these bases because I was getting to the point where, oh, I'm sorry, when you flip it around and then do it again. And I was getting to the point where, you know, I had one with Mitch and we couldn't even finish the dragon because we were just stuck and we just ended up doing a boat. So, and I wanted to get to where I could get better and start doing it, so I had her in. So we start off with basically just like that, folding both ways. And then we do the same thing, but diagonally.
Alright.
Because a lot of these creases go into special folds later. I'll show you how it works.
Okay. So like this.
Yeah. And especially, you grew up in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
I have a, how can I put this? I have a suspicion about the South.
What about it?
It's just the South scares me.
Why?
Well, you know, there's a lot of woods and desolate, and you know, I grew up when like Deliverance was popular, and
have you been to the South?
I have. I just recently went to Florida.
That's not the South. I'm sorry.
You mean Disney World is not the South?
No. Florida is literally its own thing. I don't think you could ask any Southerner, like, is Florida part of the South, and they tell you, yeah, Florida is its own thing. I can't explain it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, there's some crazy parts of Florida, and the little I ventured out of Disney World, you know, Orlando's a pretty crazy spot.
I've only been as far as, I think, Orlando. I went to Universal Studios. I've been to Disneyland, but only as like an infant, like a newborn.
Yeah. I
don't know why they planned that family trip to Disneyland to correspond with the time I was supposed to be born, but whatever. So I was there, I just don't remember it. But I know I went to Universal Studios probably like 3 times. Like, I think 2 were like family trips, and 1 was like my senior year. Like, our senior trip was to that place.
I am having trouble because next thing I'm supposed to do is create the square.
Are you on 8?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So after we got all those folds,
bring 2
should
corners
be able to,
on opposite sides together. Okay.
Yeah, and
then press the other 2 corners into the middle as well.
Yeah, you look like you got it.
Okay.
And then that should be your square base.
Squash down. Ah, okay.
This paper is giving me a hassle here.
Do your
I printed
best.
it.
You can do it.
Oh, no, almost got it. See?
Wait.
Here, you want to help me here?
Yeah.
Because I printed it and it soaks up all that ink. Okay, yeah, there. Perfect.
That and that.
Look at your natural.
And then, yeah, it's kind of like the paper is like a little finicky.
It'll be fine. We're gonna hang up yours anyway.
I'm gonna sort of get it there, but this
here.
Here,
I'll try that.
But okay, so the South is. I love the South, despite obvious qualms someone like me would have with the South.
Yeah.
Because the South is beautiful, like nature-wise, beautiful. Alabama, one of the most beautiful states I've ever been to, like nature-wise. Amazing, stunning. In the summer, love it. Can't get enough of it. I was born in South Carolina. My grandma lives in Orangeburg, South Carolina, like this little small town. Just great. It's just awesome. And then the food, always good.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's just like usually it's bad for you, but like who cares?
So now we go to the bird base here.
Okay.
So we want this open end down.
Okay.
And so we basically turn it into a kite base. So this kind of uses all three things.
Okay.
So
fold the right edge to the center line and press down and crease. Okay.
yeah, just like that, yeah.
Okay.
So then you meet them in the middle, and then you do the same on the opposite side.
Okay. I'm really good at following diagrams.
See, that was the hardest part I had. These origami, I got a bunch of origami stuff from Japan section in Disney World, and it's all in Japanese. But here's the thing, it's not any easier if it was in English, because origami instructions, they got, and I can understand it's difficult to translate, but I've seen so many origami videos, and all they are people that know how to do them well, and they do like a time lapse, like, oh, and then you really never learn or see the struggle on how to do it.
I mean, I feel like the only way origami could become a thing is that there was no TV or internet or whatever back in Japan, and so they were just like bored as fuck, and they're
Very
like,
patient.
we got paper, we got aesthetic. Let's put it together.
Very patient, and then your triangle is probably better than mine. We fold it both ways.
Flap down and press.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both forward and back.
You should buy some origami paper so you don't have to.
I did,
print it.
but they put this with it, so see if you look in the back, they have all this paper you can use. And so, I mean, I do have origami paper if you want to try it with that.
Well, I'm saying for you. You look you're struggling.
Oh yeah, no, but this is what makes it fun.
Okay. All right. So
then,
unfold all the flaps.
And then what we do is fold it this way. So you make the other square. So you unfold all the flaps. Oh, that was on camera.
So lift up the top layer of paper, push it back against the horizontal.
So so what you do is like this. Yeah, now yours may be a little bit better than mine. You know what? I will get some origami paper.
Yeah.
I'm not too far behind here.
Push it back against the. They say it like I'm supposed to know what that means.
That's exactly what I was saying.
The horizontal valley.
So, yeah, you pull that up, and then like that, and then you squeeze those corners in, kind of like those old coin wallets.
Like that?
Yeah, and then that should flatten down along. There should be a crease here, and that this flattens down. So I'm gonna try to speed make.
Press the bottom of this down.
Yeah, origami's tough, man. I got this kid's book, and that was even hard. So you gotta kind of just learn how to do it one way or another.
Okay.
So so we got a lot of people moving out of the scene, which I think is great. I think
I know Merritt's moving out.
Yeah.
You said you're moving to
Yeah.
LA. When is that happening?
We are going there, not this Monday, but not this coming weekend, but next weekend to look at places to live.
Nice.
So yeah, and what would your future of comedy be? What do you think you're gonna try to move on? You wanna
so
stay in the scene?
basically Ty and I are sick of having day jobs.
Oh yeah, I hear you there.
And God, I don't know. I'm stuck here. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy an RV. We're gonna live in it.
That was one of our plans. We went to an RV show last year. Oh, I almost got it here. I'm sorry, can you help me?
What are we
I'm trying to get the square box,
Okay.
square base again.
So it was like.
I just don't know what's with my.
Color side down. Right. See. Boop.
I don't know why I'm having trouble today. I nailed it when I was doing it with Dave Dooley. I was able to put the square base together right away.
Okay. And then.
Yeah,
Maybe like the creases need to be like tighter.
Let me try the. Let me. Might be right here.
I'm still over here.
Yeah, that would be so awesome because we got as far as like looking up like how much it would cost to like be in those RV lots and stuff. That's the way to do it, especially with as mobile as comedy is, and with the internet, you really don't need. There's an option. You don't have to go to the big cities.
Yeah. Like so, yeah. We're planning on getting an RV, living in it. It's basically an apartment, and then going around the U.S. doing comedy. We're gonna give ourselves like a year, see how we feel. I eventually want to settle in California as well, not just for comedy, but like I also want to write for television.
Yeah, that's a good place.
And like that's where all of the writers' rooms are. So.
Yeah. That's what I want. Like, I like the extra options. I mean,
is it supposed to look like this?
I think so. Let me. I'm almost there. Like, I like the fact because I'd like to do some like voiceover stuff, and Jennifer loves the nature of it, and just she doesn't know if she wants to stay in the same type of field she's in, and like, well,
what field is she in now?
Speech pathology, and well, like, what better place to go than out west? You can do anything. You can find avenues for anything out there. So let me. Right, I'm right where.
Repeat steps 2 through 9, but skip step 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's hold on. Let's go back to see what the hippogriff says, because we might not have to go too far. No, we do have to go that far because then it has that.
Okay.
So.
I got it. Yeah. So.
This. So we got the folds, and we unfold it. Right. Then. I don't know how they flatten that pocket down unless it's just like that. Oh, I think I got it. So you almost kind of got to force that fold. And then these go down. And it's kind of
it's gotta be flat.
Yeah, kind of like that. Just ignore my shittiness.
Is it like this? Is this it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got it. You're already staring at the bird base.
Okay.
And then you do the same on the other side.
Okay.
So then you flip it around and you get that same side on the other side.
Okay. You gotta unfold them all.
Yeah, and you flip that around and then you try to do the same.
Oh, on the other side?
Yeah, you do the same thing you did on that one.
So like.
So you just come up with the same.
Okay. So
the same shape, and then you like this, but not like this.
Okay, I think I got it. Hold on.
Just like that, but better.
Okay, and then you flap down. Okay, and then you unfold them, and then you lift the top of your paper.
And then you just make
like
that.
that.
Firm, yeah. See, you're a lot. You should be hosting this show. Okay, so back to there now.
Okay.
So now flip up the top layer.
Okay. Fold the whole bird base in half lengthwise. Press hard to crease. Okay, let's start with that.
All right, now we're getting in. It's crazy though. You got to build stuff just to start building stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate stuff like this because I feel like a lot of stuff in our world is like so fast. And this, you actually gotta take your time.
Be patient.
Just be patient. And like, that's one of the things I also, with the RV, trying to do is like, I'm tired of rushing all the time. So tired of rushing. I have a new job and I was in food service, and with that, it's like constant panic for me. Just gotta go. People gonna yell at me if I'm like 2 seconds late during rush hour. for their food or whatever. And then I'm in like now an office setting, and then people are just casually having conversations at the cubicles, and I'm like,
the
are we
blue
not?
collar and the white collar world are completely different. So I think we.
Okay, so I did that. I folded the whole base.
And then
okay.
the head section dark feathers should be shown. All right, mine doesn't count. Outside reverse the fold, outer. Actually, go back to where you were. Now fold that in half.
Like this?
No,
way?
the sandwich style.
Like that?
No, the other. I'm sorry, the other way.
Okay.
Yeah. No, fold it top down. Yeah, both of it. See how it starts out like that.
Oh, okay.
And then it says fold up one side. So you fold up your front flap. So that's where.
Oh, so you fold up one side.
Yeah.
And then you just do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And then you fold it in half.
Okay. The head section of dark feather should be okay.
And then you take up
fold
one of the legs.
Outside reverse fold. The outer layer of the bottom point.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like that. The reverse is you're supposed to make like the wing, I imagine.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, so.
So is it kind of one of those things? Anybody want to let me know this looks right? Go to origamivithfriends@gmail.com and let me know.
Oh, I think I got it.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yours is definitely going on the wall. This wouldn't even make it on my mom's fridge.
Oh my gosh.
So then, from the bottom point, did you already get 5 inside top reverse fold?
No, I did not.
Okay, so inside reverse the top fold. So I guess the same thing.
Yeah. It's almost like you just kind of have to like bend it and then let the paper flow. Does that sound right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like...
Because like you don't have to force it. You just gotta... I don't know. I sound like a... you just gotta like go with the flow of the paper.
Well, it's good because people are, probably doing this. I probably have like millions of viewers.
I know,
just
right? Just
going along with us. But it's good for them to hear about
What's
it.
up, Chile?
Especially if they want to... I think there is some people on the comedy page that are from like Tanzania that like the page.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Lift the wing, pull out the paper that's underneath it, and...
So you excited about this upcoming election?
Oh, I certainly hope that I can be nowhere near a city or anything. I just want to be away from people when that happens, because I don't have much faith.
Somebody's going to be extremely upset.
Someone's going to be really upset, and I saw my mom, she's married to a Turkish man, and is this the way, actually? Hold on.
It looks like you're getting there.
At this part, I don't know.
Okay, lift the wing, pull out the paper that's underneath it, and flatten it upward, and then repeat on the other side.
I don't know what that means. Where's
so I think this is what you're trying. I think this is the wing.
Okay.
So then there should be another wing on the other side. I think, yeah. So you got the wing.
Okay.
Right?
So you
and then the paper underneath it, flatten it upward. If mine was serviceable, I would know what to do. Rotate your piece so the neck is pointing up.
I feel like I'm so close.
Yeah. So we got that. So this looks like this. So this is the neck. Yeah. This is your wing. So this is a paper up there. So we got to rotate.
Whoever made this diagram part, shame on thee. Is it?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and...
Oh no.
I got really tiny origami paper too. Just breathe. It'll be all right.
I feel like I ruined it now. It was perfect, and now it is not.
Hey, sometimes we have to improvise these folds. That's what I learned.
I think I got it back to where it was.
Yeah, that would be really cool traveling. Like I always thought, like if I had the money, like win the win the lottery fantasy that everybody has. Mine would be I'd like take 2 years, get an RV, and just travel every state.
Yeah. And Ty has never traveled a lot. Like, I've traveled to many places.
Yeah.
Ironically, not so much in the United States.
Yeah.
But he hasn't traveled like really anywhere. And I like, one of my favorite things is sharing like first experiences with people. Like I like seeing the look on their faces.
Yeah.
So like when Ty saw the ocean for the first time, that was fun for me because I was just like, I like seeing people experience new positive things.
And it's like, that's just like me and Jennifer. She's traveled a lot and I haven't. And so that was, I remember went on a cruise for the first time. That was, cruises are interesting. I'm fine without doing another one.
I don't like boats. I will not go on a boat. I don't know how to swim really. I think this is it. I think I got it.
I was afraid of boats growing up because when I was younger and take a bath with my sister, I guess I asked my mom where my sister's penis was and she said she lost it in a boating accident.
Hilarious.
And you don't want to tell it, and I wouldn't get on a boat. I would start freaking out.
It's like, I don't want to lose any limbs, let alone that one.
Yeah. So thanks, Mom, for the boating for your wedding.
I think I got it somehow.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. Okay. Perfect. So, outside, reverse, hold the beak.
Okay, so you gotta like...
Well, I think you...
you gotta like break its neck. I don't know, to make a...
Kind of just like almost like a zigzag type of thing. So you got any shows coming up?
Yeah. Oh, wait, is that it? Is that? I think so. Nope. I feel like it's close enough.
Oh, yeah. The neck, it's really, because they can be born with certain shaped heads and stuff.
Mine's unique. I'm just gonna do that. Feel outside reverse fold. What in the fuck does that mean?
Yes, I'm not up too high on the lingo. Then the top.
That's gonna be messed up.
Well, you know what? Every hippogriff.
Not everything is perfect. That's fine.
Then next, fold the top wing down and repeat on the other side. So then you kind of have. So I think it's like folding that down, and then that you kind of have that. Should be a tail poking up there somewhere. Oh, that might. Yeah, I think you got it right there. Yeah, and then same on the other side.
Yeah.
Then make 3 crimp folds in the wing. Oh, because it has the, so I guess to make like the feathers or something like that.
So like.
So almost kind of like an extra fold for aerodynamics or whatever. Just to give it some texture. My cat has way too much freedom. She climbs on counters, tables, whatever, with impunity.
Oh yeah, my cats have started doing that, and I am always like, when do we allow this behavior? I don't remember allowing this behavior.
We're getting softer. All right, that looks good though.
It looks like pretty close to what.
Yeah, but you gotta think this is your first time doing it too, so
yeah.
you gotta factor that in.
Okay, so it's kind of like.
Yeah, now let's see what they have on the other side. Oh damn, there's like 8 more steps.
No.
No, 5 more steps.
No.
5 more steps.
No, I thought I was done. No. Oh my god.
Well, it's more about just giving the wings more detail. That's really all it's about. So it's really how much detail you want to give your hippogriff, the wing. So just to update everybody, these are my 3 tries.
And this is kind of my first try on a hippogriff. It's what, 4 lightning bolts?
Yeah, 4 lightning bolts.
Yeah, this is hard.
Show the people up there too.
Oh.
They like to see that stuff.
Look at it. Look at the bird. Or the hippogriff. It's not exactly the bird.
Excellent. You want to hang that on the wall?
Sure. Yes. Display this proudly.
Perfect. Go right up there in the top.
How come you don't have 16 of these up here?
Because I was going to put up another one, but since we were moving, I didn't feel like, like apartments are, make more holes in walls and stuff. I didn't want to deal with that, so when we get over, I'm going to hang everything up and hopefully have enough things. So, one more thing before we go. First off, how could people find, we did Ameerah Sanders Dopamine Dealer. Is that your name?
That's like my Facebook name, because I just feel like Facebook, I don't know, that seems like a Facebook name, but like in everything else, I'm just at Ameerah Sanders. Because it's easy and I don't care if my employers find me.
Perfect. So on Twitter, Instagram, and then Dopamine Dealer on Facebook.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And every weekday morning I'm trying to do on Facebook, like a live thing where we do like motivational stuff and make breakfast. And then on Fridays I'll do it on Instagram, and then nothing on Saturday and Sunday because that's my time.
Perfect. and I'll post the videos when I can on the Comedy Near Me page.
Yeah.
Do you ever do? I have a theory that everybody has done paper airplanes.
Yes.
Do them. All right. That's how we're gonna end this.
Okay.
You're gonna show me the paper airplane you made as a kid.
I wasn't good.
Hey, I wasn't. I was just doing mine for the first few episodes, and they were never good. So I figured I'm just gonna.
There were
have
some
other
kids
people.
though that were like making fucking fighter jets and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder what their grades were like.
Probably they were smart, but
Just you know, you get that cookie cutter system.
yeah.
All right. So how do we start? All right. Well, I've noticed the more planes, everybody kind of starts. There's really only so many ways you can fold a plane.
I mean, I feel like there are more ways than we think there are.
Yeah.
Just like origami, but because I don't care about aerodynamics or flight or anything, I'm just like, let's try to get into a trash can, really.
Yeah.
If it can get to a trash can, then yeah.
I've actually had 2 comments so far on my videos.
Oh,
One
yeah.
was criticizing the music I picked,
LMAO.
which is fine. And it just tells me that it's getting big enough for people to want to trash it.
LMAO.
And second was this guy posted like, I got the best plane that you've never seen before and stuff. So I told him to go ahead and just send it to me because I don't want to invite a random commenter over to where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate. Where are we at?
I want to be on your
Yeah. Where are we at? Okay.
It's not even like even.
How did you make that middle crease in there?
I just.
Oh, you did.
And then I just.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll like fold it back up to the same crease line.
Oh yeah, this is different though. I haven't seen this one yet.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
I
it's
hope
just
it
like
wasn't
a
that guy, isn't it?
series of like. I don't know. And then when I get here, like if I get too lazy, I'll just do one more of those, and then flatten out the top ones like that. And just.
Oh yeah, this is way different.
Is it?
Yeah. See anything like that? We'll go outside and fly these.
Just throw them over in that construction area.
You have one before we go. Do you have any shows you want to?
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably release this tomorrow.
So this Friday, look up Don't Tell Kansas City and buy your ticket, and then the day of, or like the day before, or something like that, you will be sent the location of the show and the lineup, I think. Even I don't know where it is right now. All I know is who's on it, and like that's kind of the shtick is.
Yeah, Don't Tell Kansas City is really cool.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a secret location with secret comedians. People buy their tickets, and then the day of they get the location, and then they show. Yeah.
So I've kind of ruined like one of the secrets of me being on there. But you know, if you want to come, and then maybe you want to get fancy, you could do a little diagonal, like.
Oh wow.
Aerodynamics.
That's what it's all about. All right.
Yeah.
Ready to go fly this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you guys outside. All right, that's our episode. I want to thank Ameerah again for joining us. Is there anything you want to say?
Vote.
Vote's great.
Democrat. If you vote Republican, you're a Nazi and you should fucking die.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See you next time.